A key Senate committee heard testimony on a requirement that all individuals age 13 and older living or working in a child care setting have a fingerprint-based background study. The change was made during the 2017 legislative session to comply with the federal Child Care Development Block Grant.
Question I have for you on the background study requirements. One of them that I'm seeing just here is an individual at least 13 years or older who resides in a licensed family child care home or a legal non-licensed child care program. So this is in a home. Obviously, they live there. This is their home. But 13 years old going through a background check?
There are unfortunately instances where there is sexual misconduct that happens even at that age. And so trying to get to that 13 to 17, this is a home-like setting. Yes, they're running a business, but it is in their home. They have other family members that are there. And we do have, unfortunately, times when there is some, criminal perpetrating by a teenage family member in that household.
Expanding this to our children is a violation of their privacy, and their basic rights or our criminal justice system is supposed to guarantee them that they will be innocent until proven guilty and their record will remain free of accusations. I'm sorry, this is really upsetting to me. Think about dragging your 14-year-old daughter down to a police station to be fingerprinted and mugshot because she lives in the home. And if anybody thinks by fingerprinting a child it's going to keep them from being an abuser, you're wrong. If these children were already abusing, it would be in the system and the provider would not have a daycare license. This is not going to keep a child from abusing. It's going to torment these good kids. Just as you had stated earlier, we're tormenting the 99% because of the 1%. And this is my child we're talking about.
I have no doubt about your good intent and your desire to protect. If we run the system out of business, the good news is there'll be no one getting harmed. If there's no more child care, home care, good news. Hey, everybody's safe. But we have kids with disabilities who can't get care because you all, whoever, I don't know where, and I'm not, you're just here, you're the head, but this is not okay.
I have heard very, very clearly from this past session, as I've moved into this role in overseeing licensing, as I've tried to be more in dialogue with the providers, frustration, huge frustration, distrust. I will own that, because if we don't own that and we don't acknowledge that this department, licensing in particular, needs to figure out how to both embrace and have providers accept our role as regulator, but also as technical assistance and compliance. Many of you have raised that here today. You've raised it in different hearings this past session. They have sensitized me personally as part of my onboarding, if you will, in the last year or so about the implications for them as businesses, but also as people who are very committed to children and to other people's children, which quite honestly is one of the most sacred things that we can do, is to entrust our children to somebody else for a significant period of time. And I don't take that lightly as moving into this role.
And at every single step, at every single bill, at every single time that we worked to come up with language, we were dead-ended every single time by DHS, every single time. We were fought against, made things more difficult. And so those words, while I appreciate them, ring very hollow right now. And much deservedly so, the folks that are here today. And this has consequences to real people. And so enough with the words, enough with the dialogue. There is bipartisan work. There is bipartisan support. And I think choosing those things that are most egregious and getting some of them done is absolutely crucial. And enough with the talk, because it's not right to do this to people. First of all, they are our people. They are Minnesotans.